First of all, I'm not an actor. I don't do this to get props. I'm not here for nobody to join my group because I don't have one. And I give less than a damn about all these other groups. Because everything that's going to be done, been done already. My thing is how the universe was put here is the same question that I covered when you had your professor of history here, Reggie. So the redundancy to me is not one of my fortes.
Because you got somebody new here that will hear your perspective, that's all.
Brother, psychology is a game that's so old that it doesn't even work, first of all. Second of all, I'm going to keep this real simple. Whatever you create, whatever you make, whatever you come up with, comes by way of your mind. Can we get an understanding there?
Let me tell it.
They haven't even mapped out the brain yet.
Who hasn't mapped it out?
Modern science has mapped out.
Oh, so, well, I'm not dealing with modern science because modern science wasn't here when this got started.
Science free. Brain has not been mapped out.
How do you know you have a brain if the brain hasn't been mapped out?
I was just simply making the point that the brain has not been mapped out. They're working towards that right now. Like the human genome is mapped out. But the brain has not been mapped out. You was making a conversation based off of the brain as if you understood the brain. You said the mind.
I said the mind.
So the mind, you talking about thoughts then. So you can't have a thought without a brain?
Thoughts are not the mind. Thoughts are not the mind. The brain is not the mind. The brain is a physical muscle locked inside the casing of the skull.
It creates thoughts.
The brain doesn't create thoughts.
Well, okay, explain to us what creates thoughts. I'm just asking you, please explain to me with references what creates thoughts. With references.
I'm going to give you my reference.
That's good enough. That's good enough for me.
Okay. According to Allah, the mind is the originator of thoughts.
According to who?
The mind.
No, you said.
You heard exactly what I said, brother. Of course, you heard what I said. I didn't stutter.
So your reference is the Quran then?
I said Allah, brother. I'm speaking English, and I know you're speaking English.
I'm saying, so you saying out of the Quran?
Allah.
Right, but
I didn't refer to the Quran. I know how to refer between the Quran and Allah.
So how did you?
The Quran is a book, and Allah is that which is in man.
Okay, but give me that.
Go ahead.
But you don't have a Allah without a Quran.
Where did you get that from, brother?
I mean, it's common sense.
No, it's not.
It's literature.
Where do literature come from?
It comes from here.
Let me hold a mic.
Do the mind that's being expressed in the book come from the book, or do the book and what's being expressed in the book come from the mind?
No, it comes from human beings using their brain and thinking and writing literature. All that other shit is out of here.
You don't have no knowledge of the mind. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm telling you that as of 2015, that they're not that knowledgeable with the brain, which creates thoughts, which ends up being the mind.
So, since the field of science that you're coming from has not adequately, to your specifications, deciphered what the brain is, and therefore have not deciphered what the mind is, I can't hold this conversation with you because you won't know what I'm even talking about, because you don't have no knowledge according to you on the mind or the brain. So why would I hold a conversation about something that I know an individual isn't understanding? Since your field of science and your references of science that you're giving me don't have no knowledge about that.
And that's why I felt like you being a little bit older than me, you would have the ability to teach me. And so when someone is teaching, they have to give you references. You gave me a reference, right? You gave me an out-of-body experience reference.
No, I didn't.
You said Allah. Like, where the hell is that at?
Allah is not out the body.
But where is it?
First of all, since you made that statement, where does it state that Allah is outside the body?
My point is, I don't even understand Saudi Arabian doctrine.
We're not talking about
First of all,
Saudi Arabian doctrine.
Well, what are you talking about?
Not start in Saudi Arabia.
Well, where did it start at? With references.
We don't want to get off track, my brother.
Okay, all right.
My point, going back again, I did give you a reference. I said Allah. That's not a good reference to you?
Not at all.
Well, that's adequate enough for me.
But not for people learning.
Yes, it is, because the people that's hearing this hear me and understand everything I say all the
So
time.
then how does a young brother listening to this information, right? How does he access Allah? Where does he find him at? Is it in a temple?
No, sir.
Is it in Saudi Arabia? Is it in your body like you claim? So what are the keys? What are the key words in producing Allah?
Your breath. Your breath.
Stop it, yo. That's the problem.
What's the problem?
See, that's why we're in the condition we're in right now, right? Because we give these answers with no real references, nothing real tangible, right? And I respect you, brother. I've seen your work before. I'm just simply,
About respect right now.
no, we're talking.
Inability to understand what I'm talking about.
Well then, and I ain't gotta respect that you talking then.
You ain't
Because
got
at the
to.
end of the
I don't
day,
want you to
hold on, let me finish. Because at the end of the day, yo, that's a piss poor reference. When it's a new sheriff in mother town.
No, it ain't.
We ain't buying that no more. We're not buying it. We're not buying that. We don't want that. We don't want your little Saudi Arabian religion. We don't want your Syrian religion. We sure as hell don't want your Middle Eastern religion. We don't want none of that.
Such places, Egypt, number one.
didn't say anything
Number
about
two,
Egypt. I didn't say
brother,
anything
you
about
making references.
I didn't say Egypt.
You're bashing things that you have no knowledge about. Yes, brother, you just told me, number one, that Allah is outside. Number two, Islam is Saudi Arabian. And I don't know where you getting your information from,
saying,
but
teach me.
excuse me. How can I teach you when you came to me talking to me like you know already?
I came humble.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You came out your mouth talking as though you knew. So
Okay,
since
this
I
is
know
how we
you
gonna
don't
do it.
know,
He can't get past the first reference. dog.
brother, I already told you. I gave you my reference. I gave you my. Not good to you.
Not good to nobody.
No, not good to you. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that I could really see your mind.
You can't see my mind. It's not a mind is not a tangible thing.
Sight.
A mind is not.
Sight is not physical. Sight is not physical. Again, like I said, I can't talk with you because the sciences that I'm talking from, your mind don't understand them. Or either you're just playing devil's advocate.
Do you see Shabazz?
Yes, I see Shabazz.
Peace, Lord.
Maybe you can talk to him, because I can't buy that. I can't buy the mind, the laws of reference. I can't buy
All I
that,
wanna
man.
ask you is one
Oh
thing.
man, we too old for that,
Can
man.
you disagree or refute something
Hold
you
on.
have no knowledge
Hold on,
about?
ask him again.
Can you disagree or refute something that you have no knowledge about? That's all I want to know.
Yeah, but when I asked you for the wisdom, you couldn't produce it.
Question again, my brother, is can you refute something that you have no knowledge about?
And I'm saying I got enough damn knowledge about Islam to know it was one of the main institutions that enslaved African people based off of the all right, that I do understand. And whether you blackanize it and make you what you want to make it, right, it's a bunch of at the end of the day. It enslaved African people. It's a Saudi Arabian doctrine. It's a 570. 570, the world is goddamn over with at 570. Come on, bruh.
First of all, my brother, like I said before, talking with some individuals who are pseudo-intellectuals.
I'm pseudo?
I didn't call you a name. I said talking with individuals who are pseudo-intellectuals.
Explain that. Define that for me. Please.
Individuals who have read some things but really don't know what the hell they're talking about.